You have a look up at GoPro, just to kind of get a sense. That'll cover just about everything.
Oh yeah.
This guy is just gonna point right at me. These two are the main ones. So this is going to be the close-up. As I pan back, it'll be like this most of the time. Probably a little higher. I'll set that once you're seated. But for the first one, I'll just kind of pull back.
Yep.
And then it'll fade into this. This one doesn't move. It just sits there. I think that's it. Okay. I'll do sound check. It will be the last thing. And
I haven't turned this thing on yet.
okay.
Should I turn it on?
Yep.
Okay. What is your name and where do you live? My name is Bailey Tollan. I live in Kelowna, BC. Pause for a second. I liked the way I started the first one, but can we cut it off where I start to get a little jumbly?
Don't worry about editing.
Okay.
Editing will only happen way at the very end.
Okay.
I only pick the best.
Okay.
And I primarily, as I mentioned before, I don't even start with the visuals. I start with the sound.
Okay.
You sound like you knew what you were saying. You were authoritative. You nailed it. That's what I'm listening for when I'm editing. And then if I don't like the visual, I just throw B-roll on top of it.
Okay.
Kind of a thing, right? But most important is the auditory for me is that when you, and I can't, it'll be at the end and I'll have like 10 different things to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And I don't have many other outlets of doing so. I've never been a writer, I've never been a singer, so art is the best way for me to express that creativity, and it's also it's a nice feeling to share that and have it appreciated. Shit! I was doing so good with that! I was doing so good.
I'm just gonna turn the volume down. Because if I don't, it'll happen again.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
So you're thinking about the camera, you're thinking about external things that don't matter.
Yeah, I get in my head a little bit, and that's where I was mentioning before I get a little fumbly and I start to kind of wander with the thought a little bit. Okay.
The one unique thing that drives me right now, like my little energy is going,
Yeah.
is I get to learn about how you play. Because I get it now. If you don't play, how do you learn? Because you've got to try different things. That's playing, right? But how do different people play? So I'm all excited to learn about how you play, but we're getting there.
Okay. Did you always want to be an artist? No, I did not always want to be an artist. I felt that there was... I am finally feeling comfortable now. I don't know if you can see it, but... okay. What keeps you making art? What keeps me making art is the exact same reason that I started making art. It's a stress relief and a coping mechanism.
What you're looking for is that you sound like you're comfortable, and you know what you're saying, and it's coming out easily. That's kind of what I'm looking for. And if I need to chop a little bit, put stuff together to get there.
Okay, because I was going to say you might have to do that because there was some...
Yeah, guaranteed I will.
There was some points where I was like rolling with it, and then other parts... And that's the hard thing too, is because those questions that I picked are the ones that I was like, oh, I can elaborate on it. But then when you are here in front of camera, you're like...
Oh yeah. Thought it would have been easier to talk about it, but not quite. Yeah.
And it's easy for me to sit here and be like, oh, we're shooting the shit kind of thing. But in an interview, I'm not like... So it's...
Well, and like I said, once I get them all lined up, then the next process is I go through them, and all I look for is get rid of shit I know I'm not going to use. No, I'm using that. Get rid of it. I just get rid of all that. Then I'm left with.
Might be a couple of those.
Then I'm left with whatever, right?
Yeah.
So then some of that whatever is going to get repeated in a couple different spots, and I have to figure out which is the best.
So it's a lot of narrowing.
Yeah.
And then
I'm sculpting. It's like you're sculpting. You get away with shit.
Chipping away at the old.
Yeah, and then you don't even have to put it in order.
Yeah.
You can change the order depending on kind of the thing, right?
Okay. Good? I don't know. Was there any other ones that you...
No, I think we're good.
They were good?
Yep.
Cool.
So what did you think about the process?
I thought it was great. Obviously, this was my first interview, so I was pretty nervous, pretty in my head about a lot of things, but I think, you know, you've been super awesome to work with. I think you've helped me calm down and get back in tune with what I'm trying to say and with where I'm at in my brain, and helping me get past that overthinking and talking me through. So you've been really great for this process.
Good. You're used to the camera really quickly. Like, I'd love to see you on the 5th and 6th interview kind of thing.
One day.
Is there anything you think that we could, in this process here, is there anything you think we could have improved on or done differently or anything like that?
Honestly, no. Like I said, this is my first interview, and I think on your end of things, you were incredibly prepared. I think the setup is amazing. I think I wouldn't even know where to begin with doing something differently, so I think you did an amazing job.
Awesome. Well, thank you. Thank you for participating.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you for having me.
We're good. That's a wrap.
That's a wrap.
Yep.